drop this here, and let's just record the first section, and then we can compare the two now. So now we have the new one with the new compression applied to the bass, and if I zoom in, you can see that my sub bass is now much more closer to what you were seeing in the Mephius track. And if you compare these two together, I mean, you can already see it, right? The sub bass here is much louder compared to here. You can just see, especially if you look right here. See? That area, that area is pretty quiet. That would be similar to this area. So you can see how much that is being brought up. And now it actually looks a lot more what it should be. It's still not perfect, like if we compare it to the Mephius track, you can still see that this one is squashed even more. There's a lot more noise in here, so it's definitely, there's a lot more high end going on. But that way you can bring it closer to it, and you can pretty much mix and master as you go, and just by referencing to other tracks you can find out what they did, and it's pretty simple actually. FM cowbell, you guys really want the FM cowbell right now, right? And it's running through the bass as well. That's the whole interesting thing right now. The cowbell is in the bass channels, so it's processed together with that bass, which is pretty interesting. How late is it? It's almost midnight out here. You won't even do pitch bends anymore because of that fucking glitch. Yeah, it can be pretty annoying. It can be a pretty annoying glitch, I know. I've talked to the Ableton guys about it, because I have been doing some stuff to try and replicate it, and try and see if I could, you know, find out what is causing it. I'm pretty sure I know what is causing it. I'm pretty sure of it. It only happens when you have a pitch bend on the end of a clip. That's only when it happens. The pitch bend needs to be on the end of a clip, and it needs to, let's say, right here, that's the end of the clip. I create one at 0, so it should jump back to 0, right? And then you create another one in front of it, and that one goes all the way to the top. Now if we zoom in, there's still one right here at the bottom, which is after this one, but somehow Ableton likes to ignore this last dot. So you can fix it yourself by just zooming in very far and just doing this, so that it'll have a little bit of time to drop back to that one. Or you just want to move this one in just a little bit. That's a way how you can fix it. Or you just do what I did earlier on, just create that really small pitch thingy at the start. It's really small. It goes from 32 to 0 in a very short amount of time, and that kind of resets the pitch as well. It's a pain in the ass, I know, but that's just a really quick, simple workaround, and that way you can still do pitching and do stuff like that. I like to do pitching because neurobasses sound just great when you do pitching, so. think that cowbell thingy could work if it happens right before that snare somewhere. Yeah, that kind of works. Back on the Siggies. No, I'm not. I'm not. It's not a Siggy. I could also layer it on top of the snare. Let's see what that sounds like. Sounds a little bit weird. Maybe 1/16 after the snare. That would make it sound pretty weird, I guess. Not too good either. Enough said, yeah. I quite like it there, actually. Whoa, we dropped down a lot in viewers. What happened? What happened? We went from 32 viewers to like, what is it? 5. Oh my god. Maybe it's getting late. Everybody's going to bed. So I want to make a change here again. Because we have this one on the end. That one is quite nice though. Let's see. I could maybe put this one right here so that we don't have the same thing happening ever again, so we just get different ones. Yeah, maybe I don't know, we just went down a lot in viewers somehow, or the Restream chat software is just freaking out. That could also be a thing. Not sure. Yeah, it's just freaking out. I have 17 people watching on YouTube, so the Restream chat software is just freaking out, and it shows me that I have 4 viewers right now. But I don't have 4 viewers. I have way more. But I don't know. It's just weird. Every now and then the software of Restream just acts really buggy. But it's still nice because it gives me the chat of both Twitch and YouTube at the same time in one window. That's quite helpful. So yeah, I just took this one so that we have in the first half of this drop we have this ending with the granular thing, and then here we just get a different one. I think that could work maybe, or I can always switch it up later. I kind of like want to do a different thing here at the end, so. I think I want to do it pretty much here. So I'm going to switch the drums up here as well. Let's remove this kick. And let's take that snare. We need a break. That's one thing that's for sure. Let's make an audio track and let's find a break in a sample pack. Something like that. And I will go in here, set the warp mode to repitch, because this loop is in 174. So if I would use Complex Pro, it's gonna stretch it, and that would probably screw up the transients. It will affect the transients. I mean, if I set it to repitch, it just sounds higher quality. So what I'm looking for here is I want to use those shuffly parts. So I don't need those. Actually, I can just take only this part. Hey man, you cool? Of course I'm cool. I'm always cool. Can't believe it's been a week already since your last stream. What the fuck? Yeah, time is going quick. I've actually worked quite a bit on the tune. Actually, I'll before we end this stream, I'll open up the other project and I'll show you guys how far I am with that one. Because it's actually turning out pretty dope. I've made a whole lot of stuff for the bass and the drop. The arrangement is not there yet, but I'm a lot further than what I was last week. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit. It's midnight right now, so I'll have about 30-45 minutes, maybe an hour left to stream. How long have we been streaming for, actually? We've been streaming for I don't know. My stream just restarted itself 13 minutes ago on YouTube. That's strange. Maybe that is why the view is dropped in the restream. The stream went down for just a little bit. Strange. But we've been streaming probably for about 4 hours now, I guess. How much have you missed? I'm not sure. I'm not sure when you checked out, or have you been here already today? I'm not sure. But we made a good start for a drop. I can also set these to the beats mode. Just make sure it's set to transient. Then go to the one shot mode, whatever that's called, and then just bring these down. That will make the hits a little bit shorter. Now I can see that it has filled to find this transient, so I'm just gonna make a transient myself right there. And now if I take these and make them shorter, that's actually pretty cool. You just arrived. Oh, then you haven't heard the bass yet. We made some bass today. We did some pretty crazy shit today. I mean, I can play you just a few small parts of this long file. So we did some weird stuff today, but what we came up with so far is this. So you can ignore these three things. Those are not doing anything. But this is what we have right now. So yeah, that's what we made so far. I would say it's a good start for a track. I mean, it's very rough and it's all just a sketch, but I mean, it's sounding pretty alright. Ah, we got another smart guy in the chat. Let's see. I want to do... I'm thinking maybe I want to do a double snare. The double snare is pretty nice. And maybe instead of a snare, we can take a kick drum right here. Oh, we'll have to see what kind of bass will go underneath here. What's the bass from one patch? The bass started from a serum patch. I made the bass from this. So that's pretty much what I made earlier in the stream. So that's what we started with. I recorded that and I threw it into a sampler. And I created a interesting patch from it. So I just found something that worked, processed it quite a bit, and yeah, that turned into and then I took this, which I recorded, see, so that's the same thing, it's just a little bit extra compressed because it's also running through the limiter on the master. But I recorded that, and that thing, I threw that into a granular synth, into a granulator, which is from Max for Life, and that was used to create those little bits that are at the end. Those kind of things. And that weird thing, that thing, was also from the granular stuff. But in a way, it's all coming from this first serum thing. It's all coming from that, so it is in fact coming from one patch. It's just that I resampled the whole thing and yeah, done that to come up with an interesting thing. I want to do something on the end here though, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take, I'll make a MIDI track. And I think I'll take the granular thing. Yeah, I'll use the granular one and put that in the MIDI track. Let's turn that into a sampler, because I think sampler is just a little bit better. You just get more control with the sampler. G note. I'll just put a G note in here right now, and let's set the pitch to G as well. So then we get that weird stuff. Let's set up a loop. And I can make this really short actually, because this is such a long file. And now I'll have to find a bit that actually has an interesting thing going on. This might be too much right now, this file, but I'll try and make it work. Okay, let's unlink this and let's go into the global tab. I want one voice. I don't want that much release actually. One voice, and then I want the glide to be on. So let's see what this sounds like now. Let's try the other file that we had. Where is it? It's this one. Yeah. Let's take this one and put it in this sampler. And I'm gonna do the same thing. that one, I think that file will work a little bit better. And I will have to apply the same processing to it as well. So let's take everything that we have here, the OTT, all the way up to that rec. Let's copy that and paste it on top of here. And let's take the volume of this, because this clip is a little bit quiet and I brought the volume up here, I think. Actually I didn't, but I'm just gonna make this one a little bit louder as well. It's a little bit better. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna try and just do the snare pattern that I had earlier. So let's go through here. Interesting. And there needs to be something here in the end, but maybe I'll even make a different Reese for this section. Not sure. See, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this section. I can take the riser that we had. I can place that here. I kind of like want to change this section up a little bit on the base, so like I might want to do a little bit of an extra pitch bend right here. Let's see what that does. I think that could be nice if I do it right before the snare. Okay, the snare is there. Then I should do it right here. Just changes it up a little bit. What is the pitch bend range on here? It's 12 semitones. I'm gonna make a duplicate of this track. And I'll get rid of all the MIDI clips here. And I'll just take that first one. And I'll move it over here. And I'll give this one a pitch bend range of 24. So let's see what that does. See, then we can make a even higher thing. I'll have to see where I want to do it though. I think here. I mean, something like that. And I probably want to change it up a little bit more though. Like, I don't know, maybe going down in pitch. See, something like that could work. Actually, that sounds pretty good, pretty dope. Just makes it sound a little bit different. I have a feeling though that this part should be a little longer. It's pretty alright. It's half an hour past midnight for me right now. So this is we're gonna be getting close to the end of this stream. We made quite an interesting thing today, though. That's something we can say safely. I'll just play this entire bit right now. Okay, so that last reese does now not sound big enough compared to the other ones, but that's something I can fix. From here on, I think it's time to add percussion. Now, I'm not going to do that in this stream. If there's any questions about what I did, or if there's just any questions you want to ask, this is the moment to ask them, because I'm going to be stopping this stream pretty soon. I am going to play you another track, though. We're going to load up a different project before I stop, and I'm going to show you that. That's the project from last week. I'm going to show you that, and it's the project from last week and the week before, I think, actually. But if there's any questions, let me know right now, so that I can answer them. And yeah, if you want to be part of a Discord community, check out the link below the stream. We have a Discord community where we talk about music production, mostly drum and bass, but any genre is welcome. Just come and hang out. You can get feedback there. We actually just launched our new feedback bot. We had a bot before, but we now have a new one. One of our moderators has been building this new feedback bot, and he's actually going to make it available to other music production Discord servers as well. It's a bot that measures the feedback that people give to other members. So the problem with feedback channels in Discord communities and other chat places or forums in general, the problem with it is that it turns into this pile of just people posting their track without actually giving other people feedback, and then they expect themselves to get feedback though, but you know, it doesn't really work that way. If you want to get feedback, you should give other people feedback as well, otherwise it's not really going to work. That's the core of the whole thing. It's give and take, otherwise it won't work. So we have a bot, and we had been using a bot before that one of our moderators made pretty quickly, and he now rewrote the entire thing and improved it and made it much better. And yeah, it's I'm not sure. Maybe he's still watching, actually. Dan, if you are, shout out in the chat right now. Yeah, we have the new bot right now, and it's just a bot that looks at what you do, and if you give somebody else feedback, you mention them and you give them feedback. The bot will give you an award. It will basically give you a ranking based on your feedback, and the better and longer your feedback, the higher your rank will be. And if your rank is above a certain threshold, you will be able to post your own track for feedback. So that way you will need to give somebody else feedback first before you can post your own track, otherwise your link will be denied. That way we can assure that everybody gets feedback and everybody can learn and get better at music production, because that's what it's all about. And it actually forces people to think a little bit more about the feedback that they give, because the better your feedback, the more you go up in rank. So you actually, you should think a bit about what you're gonna say about a track. So, hey Exemption, you're back. I'm gonna let this play real quick. If there's any questions about what I'm doing, let me know in the chat right now. I'm gonna play this right now. I'm gonna take a little quick bathroom break, then we're gonna see if there's any questions. If not, we'll open up the other project and I'll just quickly play that and show you how far I am with the new track. Yeah, I'll take a little bathroom break while this plays, and I'll be back in a little bit. So, that's what we did this stream. Sounds pretty good, actually. I'm gonna save this real quick before we lose anything. This is actually the 17th project that I started this year. No, it's the 18th, actually. No, it's the 19th. Wow. This is gonna be called Heavy Shit. That's just for sure. That's the working title for this one. I'm gonna open up a different project. I don't see any questions in the chat. I'm gonna open up one different project that I've been working on. And while that opens, I'll just, well, keep an eye on the chat. So if there's any questions, let me know right now. I'll have some time to answer them. I'm gonna show you just other project, just really quickly, just gonna play it and see where I am right now. It's the track I've been working on previously in the streams, and it's turning out pretty alright. I'm not too sure about the bass arrangement yet. I think it's a little bit too all over the place right now, but I have a good selection of different bass modulations already set up, so I can just take bits and pieces from there, and maybe I'll even just bounce the entire bass tracks to audio and just start rearranging them into a pattern that works a little bit better, into an arrangement that works better. I'll see what I'll do. But so far it's turning out pretty alright, I would say. I was struggling a little bit with getting the drop to sound right. In the last stream that I worked on it, I had a good initial bass sound that was rising up in pitch, but I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do for the other bass sounds that would come after it. And I kind of like got stuck a little bit, but in the last week I really been focusing on just trying to make something that works, and I think I kind of came up with something. So I'll just let this load right now. And there it is, actually. Can you show me how you work with reverb in bass? Yeah, actually I can show you. I've done some reverb in this one. So I have pretty much up until here. All the stuff that's here is just stuff that I put aside because I made it earlier and I wasn't sure if I was going to use it. There's more. See, there's a lot actually. So those are all different. These are actually all different bass modulations that I have. It's different stuff that I made. So if I just play the bass, let's see. Let's turn Sonarworks off. I'm gonna turn K-clip off as well because that will introduce quite a bit of CPU. Now this is the Reese. See, so I have that Reese, and I have some different versions of it, and I've got a lot of bass stuff here. So pretty interesting stuff right here. I'll play this project right now, just so that you can hear where we are right now with this track. I changed some stuff. I actually turned off the late thing. I turned that off. It's a nice sound, but I think it adds too much of a melodic thing, and it kind of made the drop feel weird when the drop would hit. And when I took it out, it kind of made the drop feel better. I do think it misses something in this area now, so I might have to find something else. But I think maybe a drone or a pad is just all it needs. But yeah, I'll just play it right now. So this is it. See, it misses something right now here. That's kind of like where I ended up. You can hear there's a whole bunch of different versions of the same Reese, and I'm not too sure about the way they are arranged right now. Like, I think I really like this one. That lower one, especially if you play it with the initial hit, I might want to use that one right here, so you get that initial first part, instead of having the higher pitched one. You'll get this. So I think that might work better for, pretty much just have this part be positioned right here, and this one maybe somewhere else. I think the order in which I'm using them right now might change, but the reeds itself sounds pretty nice. I just need, there's a couple of gaps in here. So if I take the recording, so you can see this is actually the recording of it, and you can see right here after the snare there's a huge gap. There's not any bass sound going on right here. So I might do a similar thing as to what I did in today's stream. Take the entire bass line, put that through granulator, and just start mashing it up and just finding stuff that works, and then you know, just finding an interesting part that can fill up that little gap. And you know, maybe I'll come up with an interesting sound, just like the one I made with that weird beepy, screechy, weird sound in the end. Somebody is asking if I also give private lessons. I wanted to do private lessons. I haven't really started it though. I made some announcement a while back that I was going to do private lessons. I set up an email address for it, but I haven't really gotten to doing them. I kind of still want to do it though. I kind of want to get back into it, but you can always send me an email at lessons@artifacts-studios.com, or hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Just hit me up somewhere. Discord could also be a way to do it, and we can always talk about it and see if we can set something up. Do you usually delete the temp files or leave them in place? What do you mean when you resample something and make something? Well, you can see I have a lot of different versions of the reeds also stacked right here that I'm not using currently, but I made them already and they sound pretty interesting, so I might want to use them. So I stack a lot of stuff of that just outside of where my track will be, so that I can always grab them if I want them. If I do stuff like resampling, or stuff with granulator, I'll usually have an audio file of it and have that in the project, and if I remove it from the project, then usually before I do that I export it to my sample folder so that I always have that in my folder. Pretty much all stuff that I make ends up in a sample folder with stuff that I made myself. Same for if I watch documentaries and I hear a cool vocal, I'll record that and quickly save that in my sample folder so that I have this huge selection of sounds that I gathered and made myself, so that when I'm making a track I can just grab stuff from there. And the more I just started a new folder. I had been making one for the last few years. I started a new one now, with up-to-date sounds that are a little bit more like the stuff that I make today. But yeah, and the bigger this folder becomes, the quicker your productions will come together as well, because you'll have this huge selection, and you'll probably have like a couple of snares that you've used before, but you can build upon that same snare. You can take that same snare that you've used already in a different track and put it in your new track, maybe pitch it up a couple of semitones or layer it up with a new acoustic snare to give it a different tone. That way you can make it a different sample and kind of like try to improve it, so you'll improve your sounds over time as well. That's something I can really advise you to do. Maybe a sub bass pitch down in the break part. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Do you make in separate projects or in projects that you're making music in? On my old computer I used to do it in different projects because my PC would just not be able to handle it. On this new PC though, I can do everything in one project. I could even do the mastering and the entire mixdown in the same project if I want, without any issues. Unless I do maybe a lot of contact, but other than that, I'll be able to do pretty much everything in this project. I have 32 gigabyte of RAM right now, so even with contact libraries, I can still do quite a bit. So yeah, that's it for the stream, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. People who donated, thanks a lot. It really helps. It keeps my channel going, and it's always great to hear your messages. I'm glad I fixed the alerts again, so that the messages are read are well, whatever. You get what I mean. I fixed the announcements so the alerts pop up again and you can hear everybody's messages when they donate something. I hope you liked the stream. If you want to be part of my Discord community, check out the link below the stream. We talk there about music production, and I'm going to be there after the stream as well. Usually I'll go down and just have a little break, and then I'll see you guys in the Discord server in just a little bit. Yeah, other than that, I hope you liked this stream. I'll try and post this stream on my channel as soon as possible. If not, and you want to watch it back, check the Discord community, check the announcements tab. There's a link to this stream. So even if I haven't posted it on my channel yet, you will still be able to watch it. So that's it. And I hope to see you guys back next week, Friday, 8 p.m. Central European Time. Peace.